I'm joined now by the new host of Weekends on 2GB, Michael McLaren. Hey, congratulations. I've had a listen. I love it as always, but I am very pleased you can still join us here on Credlin. We'll go, if I can, straight to this issue in Alice Springs. The reports landed on the PM's desk last night. We're not going to know anything about it, though, for another week, we're told. This is the Durrell Anderson report. It sort of says to me that there's a blocker in all of this, and the person most opposed to bringing back these alcohol bans, which we're told is supported in the Anderson report, is Natasha Files, the NT Chief Minister. Now, at what point, Michael, does she need to go? She's got to resign, surely. She was culpable in putting grog back into these communities. She doesn't want to put the bans back in place. I think she's a big part of the problem.
Well, I would agree with that summation that she's part of the problem, Peter. There's a lot of politicians that are part of this problem, and as you know, in this nation, we're now having a discussion around whether a voice to Parliament will in some way alleviate some of these problems, accessing on-the-ground primary evidence from Indigenous people and feeding it back into the halls of power. Look, I suspect we won't see a voice because I think it'll be defeated in a referendum, but leaving that aside, clearly those voices aren't getting to the halls of power because they've been saying, as you know, for decades, really decades, that alcohol is the big problem in these communities. But an attitude has developed where decisions are made, a long way from the zenith of all of this, that somehow to have targeted bans on one group and not on others is a greater crime, really, than the foreseeable response to allowing the alcohol back into the communities. Now, I think that reflects dreadfully on the people making the decisions. I'm not sure we even needed a report into this. I don't know what you think, but all of this was well known, and action is what is required, and all this talk of the voice, that's what the voiceless in these communities have been calling for.
And the Prime Minister 6 months ago could have listened to his own own backbencher, Marion Scrimshaw. He could have listened to Jacinta Price, two Aboriginal voices. You want your voices, there they are in the Parliament 6 months ago. They could have helped him solve this problem.